After a rainy opening ceremony, the second year of the East European Endurance Ride 2012 begins. All preparation works need to be put into practice on day one in the Austrian village of Appleton, near Neusiedler Lake. The horses undergo a mandatory entrance check. The suspense in the air is almost palpable. After last year's premier race, everyone knows their jobs, and what's important is that everything goes as planned. Everything's getting ready for day one's big start. It'll be 250 kilometers in 3 days, 3 countries, 25 crew points, each of the 46 riders with a chance to win. All of this is prepared for us by the Slovak riding club Napoli from Chamorín.
Takýto pretek pripraviť je veľmi náročné, nakoľko prechádzame rôznymi.
Organizing such a race poses a real challenge as we're going through various countries. We went Bratislava, Budapest in the first year, and Austria, Hungary, Slovakia in the second year. It's difficult because we have to approach landowners. We have to approach police to get escorts and secure routes. And we have to secure horse care, including a special horse ambulance service along the whole track. Every rider, every horse is monitored by a special GPS system during the whole race. So if a rider or horse falls down by any chance, we're able to intervene right away and locate the spot where it happened. For such a race, there are 150 organizers, including 30 specialists, 2 to 3-star veterinarians, who provide periodic checks prior to the race to see whether the horse is able to go through with it. And every horse is inspected at checkpoints situated every 30 kilometers along the course. Po každých 30 kilometroch sa koník kontroluje jeho zdravotný stav, jeho pulzy. Only a horse 100% ready for the next round can go on with the race. Pripravený na ďalšie kolo môže pokračovať v tejto súťaži. Endurance races are traditional in Slovakia, originally in the Tatras and nearby Mengusovce. Thanks to a handful of people, the sport continues to grow in the country, also due to the sponsor who rides endurance races himself and came up with the idea in the first place. Even though in comparison to Western Europe and the Arab world, the Slovak base is very small, we want nations to come together, to have riders come here and familiarize themselves with our culture. We want to show the world that we're capable of organizing one of the most challenging races in the world. It's an endurance ride.
Chceme dokázať svetu, že aj u nás na Slovensku dokážeme pripraviť jeden z najťažších dostihov na svete. Je to vytrvalostný dostih.
A fantastic yet extremely difficult race, quite akin to the Tour de France in the world of bicycle racing or the Paris-Dakar of automobile sports.
Veľmi dôležité pri takomto vytrvalostnom dostihu na 250 km, ale nielen pri ňom, aj pri bežnom fejt, trojhviezdičkovom, dvojhviezdičkovom, to je jedno, je veľmi dôležitá symbióza jazdca a koňa.
To the start!
The riders started on the track. Day one in Appleton. The beautiful nature and the atmosphere of the enormous lake is accompanying them on the way through Hungary and all the way to the racetrack in Petržalka.
Aj príprava takéhoto koníka na takýto pretek je veľmi, veľmi náročná. Trvá niekedy rok, niekedy dva.
With an endurance race spanning 250 kilometers, what matters most is the symbiosis between a rider and a horse. Even preparing the horse for the race is really, really challenging. It takes a year or even two. It's really a horse marathon. Our race is truly one of the most difficult in the world. We have to prepare 50 water points, 25 crew points for individual teams to bring water and refreshments to their ponies so that they can have something to eat or drink. So all in all, organizing this race is really a tough job. We'll try our best to get on the list of the most difficult races so as to attract as many foreign riders as possible. Last year, we managed to welcome 40 riders from 12 countries, in particular, riders from Qatar. By the way, the race winner comes from Qatar as well. They took first and third places. And last but not least, I have to say that Slovak endurance riders are also enjoying some success. For example, race participant Lucia Starovicka. We also had our club represented in the 2012 race, and our horses ended up 9th and 11th, so they competed in the race. I do feel fear. I'm afraid for 3 days before the race, during and even 3 days after the race. First and foremost, we always care about the health of the horses. It got to the point where, when passing across the Gabčíkovo waterworks, we laid down a special rubber on the tracks so that we wouldn't run on iron. We managed to smoothly pass across the waterworks. This meant often changing surfaces, sand, grass. We took routes to the forest. Securing these forests is not always easy, but couldn't be more beautiful also for the horses. That's very interesting because no track is ever the same. The track profile constantly changes and they're always in some different place. It's not monotonous for horses or riders, and that's what makes the race so interesting. Day 1 and Day 2 were exclusively held in Slovakia. With the first day's winner, Austrian Kinderman, gaining an average speed of 18.428 kilometers per hour on an 84-kilometer track with total elapsed time of 4 hours, 33 minutes and 30 seconds. The runner-up was the Italian Mario Gauthier Fauchat, who fell behind only by a single second and was followed by the German Marquette Baumer by 5 seconds. This pace proved too intense for many, however. As early as the first day, only 38 riders made it to the finish line, with the rest being eliminated during one of the 3 veterinary checkups. This pace proved too intense for many, however. As early as the first day, only 38 riders made it to the finish line, with the rest being eliminated during one of the 3 veterinary checkups. The second day saw the elimination of the mare Vaghiera due to the animal limping. In total, only 12 riders, or approximately a quarter of the competitors, completed the entire race. Thus, the joy of those who managed to make it all the way to the finish line was more than well deserved. Saad Mohammed Zaldazari, on his horse Lobira El Shakar, took first place with a time of 13 hours, 9 minutes and 42 seconds. Gauthier Fauchat ended up as runner-up on 13:09:59, while Qatar native Hamad Towamal Amari finished third on 13:10:20. The Qatar riders showed not only brilliant riding style, but also great teamwork and masterful tactics. Taking the inconspicuous 4th place on day 1, albeit with a slight time loss of 9 seconds, and even 13th place with an 11-minute deficit on day 2, Ultimate winner Saad Mohammed Zaldazari comfortably won the whole race by placing second with a 45-second deficit on day 3. Organizers were also proud to see Spaniard Bernard Casal, representative JK Napoli Okaz, and Slovak representative Petra Hubachova on Siglavi Shabir among the competitors who managed to successfully compete the whole race on 9th and 10th places respectively.
How do you feel?
I'm very happy. It's a difficult race and I'm convinced.
Does it cost much to you to win this race?
Yeah,
It was difficult for you.
yeah, it's very difficult, but it's a nice race. But 3 days, it's very difficult.
Are you going to come next year?
Yeah, sure.
شكريا كلش نفر شكريا 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 بود شكريا خربوط انت تسوي خربان راس مولانا جبور زين جبور ولا موت؟ شوفوا دوروا وينه ما في موت جبور.
One of the best organizations I ever seen. It's not easy to have a ride like that, 3 days event online. So we've got really different vet gate, different team moving. It's really very, very good organization, and we can say bravo to the organizer.
Thank you. And where are you from, please?
Tunisia.
And do you have something something like that in Tunisia too?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm doing rides all over the world, and got some rides like that, big rides like that, but on 3 days, I think it's the biggest I ever seen.
No, it's a very good organization, sure, because it's so difficult to move every day and to move for all these vet gates and so on. The staff is totally, you see, numerous.
Congratulations, horse passed.
Very, very good work.
During the final evaluation, it was only after a specialized expert checked the horses that the victory was officially recognized.
Thank you. مبروك. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Maurizio Stecco. We very kindly ask Mr. Maurizio Stecco, technical delegate of the Zealand, to give him big cup and also rosette from the hands of